Welcome to the next phase of this past paper. That's 221013 October November 23. Now it's question number 6 that we are doing right now. It says the company uses cloud storage to store its data. Take one box to show which is not a characteristic of a cloud storage. Now they are saying data is accessed through a network. Okay, that's the feature, obviously. Data is stored locally. No, it's not stored locally. Obviously, we are just placing it on the server. So it's not called that it's stored locally. Other than that, data is stored remotely. Yeah. Physical servers are used to store the data. Yes, the physical servers are used to store the data, but it is not stored locally. So this will be the feature. Now they are saying explain two advantages for the owners of the company of storing its data in cloud storage. Okay, now there is a company and they are saying that what could be the benefit to the user. You may say what could be the benefit, sorry, to the owner of storing the data on the cloud or the cloud storage. So number one, the data could be retrieved retrieved from anywhere, anywhere. You just need a just need an internet connection. One of the benefit. In case of physical loss of the data, physical loss of data, backups are always available. So these are the two benefits to the owner of a company for this thing, for the cloud storage. Now they are saying explain one disadvantage to the employee of the company storing data in the cloud. So do require a stable internet connection. Yeah, okay. So it's for 2 marks, so you can write it down this pattern. So do require a stable internet connection as unstable connection may affect retrieval of data and information. So this is what is the disadvantage to the user. Sorry, not the user, to the employee. Okay, moving to the next question. Question number 7. What does it say? A photographer takes an image with a digital camera. The photographer sets the resolution and color depth for the image. State what is meant by the image resolution. So you may say total number of the pixels in an image. Total number of pixels in an image is basically the resolution of an image. Okay, now they are saying what is meant by the image color depth. Okay, so color depth means the number of the bits utilized to represent each color or a single color. Color depth means over here the number of bits required to represent each color. Okay, now they are saying give one benefit of increasing the color depth of the image. So you may say the image will be more sharper, or you may say the image will be more clear. The HD will be increased. So these are the things that you can write it down. Or greater color range can be seen. You can write it down in this pattern as well. So we can have the last part. Greater range. Okay, we do have a better quality. Yeah, that's fine as well, Rafi. The greater range of colors can be seen. Okay, the photographer compresses the image using a method that permanently reduces the color depth and resolution of the image. Identify which compression method of the photographer uses. Okay, we do know that there are two methods, the lossy and the lossless, but lossy is something for the permanent one. Yeah, that's fine as well, Ibrahim. Okay, sorry. So lossy means that you are going to permanently remove it, but lossless means that you're not going to permanently remove it. So they just said that permanently reduces. So we are going to utilize over here lossy. Now they are saying one benefit for compressing the image is to reduce the storage or storage space it uses. Give two other benefits of compressing the image. So you may say easy to transmit and it won't be utilizing much of the bandwidth. Um, it could fit into those places where the file limitation is given to you or the file size limitation is given to you. So number one, we could write it down, easy to transmit. Easy to transmit. Now this transmit word actually have both the upload and download, both parts. Okay. Other one you can write it down. Not much bandwidth required. Not much bandwidth required. Can be, yeah, that's fine as well, Rafit. Okay, now question number 8. What does the question number 8 says? It says draw and annotate a diagram to represent the role of a router. Okay, do remember that router is actually sending the packets to the devices or the destination devices. So now we need to draw the diagram and we need to annotate the diagram as well. Yeah, so that's fine as well. Yeah, that could work as well. Okay, now draw and annotate a diagram to represent a role of a router. So let me draw it first of all, and then I can explain it to you guys. Okay, now this is the router over here. Now what does it have? It do have a packet and an IP address. So packet that it should be transmitted, IP address where it needs to be transmitted. The other part is the destination device. Okay, now what else we could write it down? So the packets are being transmitted to the destination device. So we can write it down. Packets traveling to destination. And we could also write it down. Router examines packet for destination IP, because until and unless you do not have the destination IP, until then router won't be able to transmit it to the destination device. Okay, now coming towards question number 9. What does the question number 9 says? It says A computer has secondary storage. The table contains statements about secondary storage. Complete the table by writing the type of a secondary storage that applies to each statement. Some types of the secondary storage may apply to more than one statement. Okay, now, for example, if the first one is the CD, then other word could be also the CD. Okay. Now they are saying type of the secondary storage. Okay, now they are not asking for the name of the secondary storage. They are asking you about the types. So type includes three things. That's the optical, solid state, and the last one is the magnetic. Okay. Do remember there are three types of the secondary storage. So they are saying data is stored using pits and lands. So pits and lands means it's a CD. So the type over here will be an optical. Data is stored using control gates and floating gates. Okay, now gates and NAND gates, this is the solid state drive. So we will be writing over here solid state. Data is stored using electromagnetics. So obviously it's a magnetic one and magnetic is the hard disk drive. So we will be writing over here magnetic. Data is stored using laser. Again, it will be an optical part. Data is stored on a platter that is divided into tracks and sectors. So tracks and sectors and platters, all the features are of the magnetic part. That means of the hard drive. Okay, now coming towards part B. What does the part B say? Explain two differences between the primary storage and secondary storage. Okay, now first thing, primary storage is directly accessible. Accessible by you by the CPU, whereas secondary storage is not. Okay, we do have a point. Okay, sorry. 9A for a second. Okay, what could be the other one? We just wrote primary storage is directly accessible by the CPU, whereas secondary storage is not. System, or you may say CPU cannot operate without primary storage, whereas it could without secondary storage. Do remember when it's a difference point, so you need to write both points. Okay, you need to discuss about both of the things. Okay, now coming towards question number 10A. A car repair garage uses an expert system. That means regarding an AI now. Okay. Complete the description about the operation of a expert system. Use the terms from the list. Some of the terms in the list will not be used. Okay. There are more terms than the blanks. We do have an inference engine. We do have interface. We do have a knowledge base, machine learning, mechanical engine, output device, question base, and a rule base. Now they are saying an expert system has a dash that contains a list of facts. Okay, so what is there in the list of facts, or what is the thing that is containing the list of the facts? That is a knowledge base. Okay, do remember they haven't said that any of the term can be utilized twice, because if so, they should have mentioned. So they haven't. So now knowledge base cannot be used again. We could put a little cross over here just to remember that we have utilized that. The dash applies the dash to the dash. Now what is applied to what? So do remember an inference engine applies the rule base An inference engine applies the rule base to the dash to reach a diagnosis for the repair of the car. Okay, so we do have utilized the inference engine. We do have applies the rule base. Now, inference engine applies the rule base to the dash. Now, it is applying the rule base to actually it applies the rule base to the knowledge base, but let's see. A car can use expert system, complete description about the operation, use it the terms from the list. Some of the terms in the list will not be used. Okay, they haven't told us that any of the term could be utilized twice, but according to this scenario, we need to utilize it twice. So we could go ahead with the knowledge base once again because we are not left with any of the options over here. Knowledge base to reach a diagnosis for the repair of the car. The user provides data to the system using an interface. Most of the times, they do mention that if any of the device is sorry, if any of the term is utilized twice, so they do no, it's not mechanical engine. So it says that you can utilize any of term more than twice, more than once, but they haven't mentioned over here. But in this scenario, we were not left with any other option to repeat the word knowledge base over here. Okay, that's the reason we have repeated that thing. Okay, now they are saying for part B, expert system is a machine learning capability. Describe what is meant by machine learning. Okay, now what is meant by the machine learning? So do remember that it is a form of an artificial intelligence that is going to adopt the things, or it can edit its own algorithm and just by learning the things from the environment. Each time it is, you may say, each time it is into the scenario, so it would learn or it might change its algorithm with the new factors or the new results. And do remember that it is trained by the supervised or the unsupervised learning. Do remember this part as well. Okay, so that's for the 4 marks. Let's write it down and see what we are getting over here. So what is meant with the machine learning capabilities? It is a form of artificial intelligence that allows to change, or that has the capability, not allows, that has a capability to change its algorithm each time it is placed in a new scenario, getting new results, making itself better for next one, or the for next scenario. You can write it down for next scenario. For next scenario, it is sorry. It is trained. This trained either supervised or unsupervised. So this could be the machine learning capability. So that will be all for this paper. We are done with this paper. So see you guys in the next session. Thank you so much for joining. Allah Hafiz.